What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Retro of Aviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today, and today I have another model review for you guys. Today we have the NG models 1:400 scale Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 in the current livery with winglets for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's review, as today we have a fantastic model. This is a really nice one that we're going to review today, and I'm super excited for it, and I hope you guys are as well. So you guys might be noticing that this is handheld. I did decide to do this handheld, just change it up a little bit, and also I can't find the tripod mount anyways, so this kind of worked out well. I thought it'd be nice to kind of change it up a little bit and work with it like this. So let me know what you guys think about the handheld style, but we'll definitely maybe alternate or do something like that. But I thought it would be fun to try just to see what it looks like. So let's see what we can do here. So first and foremost, I do want to give a shout out to Citrus Aviation for recommending this model for review. I did do a pretty good review of it in Massive Unboxing 21, but you know what? If a model gets recommended, we might as well shall do it again. And this one, I was really close to doing it anyways, again, just because of how nice of a model it is. And we'll see how the iPhone handles it. Hopefully it handles it pretty well. We'll have to see. But that DSLR might beat it out in detail, but just the, the orientation of the mobile might beat it out. So we'll have to see. But let me know what you guys think of it in the comments. But nevertheless, let's start off with this box right here. So this is a really nice box right here from NG Models. You guys can see all the various characteristics. Boeing 757-200. You got the Delta aircraft right there with the CGI. Really neat box. It lines up with the 42nd anniversary or 42nd sticker one as well. Then you got the Delta November 704 X-ray NG Models. All that fun detail. It's a pretty standard NG box in terms of the labeling, but in terms of the design, it is a very unique one as per usual with NG. Here are all the sides, of course, and here is the back of the box with the warnings, 14 plus, and all of those fun items. So pretty standard box, not too much to assess there. A really good one, and it looks really nice. So I'm glad to have it there. That is really nice. Alrighty guys, and here's our aircraft. It is such a nice one, as you guys can see from this outside view. Just take a look at this thing, man. It is so nice, and I'm so excited to review this for you guys. So let's dive into it and take a look. We'll take a more in-depth look at the outside here in just a moment, but let's take a look at this. So this is actually looking pretty clean for the iPhone, I can't lie. This is pretty good. So let's take a look. Here we have the cockpit windows right here. That's really nicely done, along with the nose cone. NG Models does a really good job on the 757 nose cone, I believe. So they did a really good job here, and it looks really nice. You also got your pitot tubes and some panels and all that fun stuff right here, and the nose cowling, of course. Here's your SkyTeam logo along with the L1 boarding door. You also have the arm right here to open the door, along with some additional details right there as well. This door is really nicely detailed, as you guys can see, and it looks quite nice. I can see if I can zoom in even more. Wow, this thing really does zoom quite well, and the stabilization is even pretty good. So this is really nice. Here's some additional, I don't know if these are like grooves or what these are particularly called. Here, let me actually do this so you guys can see a little bit better. But nevertheless, this looks really nice. And here's your nose landing gear as well. This is really nicely detailed. You have the fleet number of 6803, and here's the nose landing gear as well. This is quite nice, and I think they did a really good job on this. And honestly, this camera is doing a much better job than I anticipated. This is quite nice. Alrighty, so once again, L1 boarding door with plenty of applicable detail. Here's your Delta Airlines billboard titles. Let me see if I can get that a little bit out of the way for you guys so you guys can see it a little bit better. You have the Delta Airlines billboard titles, and you have the first class right here, along with some Economy Plus, which is quite nice here, or Delta Comfort Plus or Comfort Plus, whatever the proper name is on this aircraft. I apologize. Additional panels right here. Great job by NG for representing that. They did a good job on the detail right there. That looks quite nice. Here we go into the rest of the fuselage. We have another panel down here as well. As you guys can see, that one looks quite nice, along with the L2 boarding door right here, which is awesome. I love the L2 door in the 757. It looks quite nice. As you guys can see, we have all that additional detail that you found on the previous door, which looks really nice. You got the arm and all the additional details is there right there as well. I can see if I can zoom in a little bit more so you guys can get a really nice look at that. So looks really nice, I would say. That turned out pretty well. Here's the Wi-Fi box, one of two. This one looks really cool, and I think they did a good job representing it. Nice indentation right there, pretty realistic for the aircraft, so that looks really nice. Again, the bottom of the aircraft from here looks really good. You got an antenna down there and all those fun items, so that looks great. Here's another antenna right here. This one looks really nice and definitely the predominant one you'll see on the Boeing 757 from the top side of this. And here's your Pratt & Whitney engines. These look really nice in this aircraft. I love the detail on those. Sorry that the lights is kind of starting to go on me, but you guys can get a good look at what that looks like. Again, this is fantastic. They did a really good job on that. And there's your slat detail as well. That turned out super nice, and they did a fantastic job casting that. Here's the middle of the fuselage, pretty standard, not too much to note outside of some black, I don't know what those would be called up there. Something up there, they look quite nice. And here's your winglet as well. The casting is really good on this, as you guys can see as I scoot back here to give you guys a little bit better of a view here. You guys can get all the full framing, and really turned out quite nice. So I'm very glad to see that right there, and that looks really good. Here's a nice top perspective on the wing. I think it turned out really good. You also have your flaps and speed brake detail as well. That looks really clean. And just in general, it looks really good. Here is the rest of the fuselage right here. You're gonna find your, this is not a, L3 door technically, but you can't really board through it. It's an emergency exit, so that looks really nice on this aircraft. Then you have this Wi-Fi box as well. This turned out really nice, and I think they did a great job on this rear one. Another antenna down here along with some additional panels. Then you have your registration, a very unique one with the United States flag in the registration November 704 X-ray. The majority of these aircraft are former TWA aircraft, therefore they have the Tango Whiskey prefix. So really cool to get to see this one have the X-ray prefix for whatever reason. Here's the L4 door. Again, fantastic detail. NG models absolutely killed it. And here's your onward and upward delta tail. I mean, the detail on this is just fantastic. Really nice on the phone here. You can really see that detail there. And it's nice to get to move the aircraft. I do like this about the phone. I can kind of just hold the phone over here and you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. You guys can really get a good perception here of how NG models cast their tails. You can definitely see the indentations on this, which is very realistic right there. You can also see a really nice divide there between the darker maroon and even this reddish orange type color in certain lighting conditions, whatever you want to call it. But nevertheless, the widget looks fantastic right there, as Delta's built on that over the years for quite some time. And here are the horizontal stabilizers. Again, fantastic detail on those. They look really nice. In the bottom of the side, you also have the APU back there as well, but just all those panels, and they look really good. So NG Models did a fantastic job on this, to say the least, right here. As we take a look at the other side of the fuselage, here is the right side. As you guys can tell, we have some additional details, including the panel right here. Or don't focus on my pen, please focus on the aircraft. Along with the luggage door right here, which is very helpful. Again, right side main landing gear, or nose landing gear detail looks great. Taking a look at the back of the aircraft right here, you also have that luggage door loader detail, whatever you want to call it at this point. I'm sure there's a proper name, cabin door, or, you know, it's something. Let's just say that. Tail also looks fantastic. Here's a look at the right side of the aircraft. It is honestly quite nice. Okay, let me zoom this out here and let's take a look at the aircraft in its full detail. I was going to start on the left side, but since the aircraft's on the right side, let's just start it there. Actually, let me flip this over. Okay, so the reason I do this right here is so that you guys can see the aircraft level. So here's what the right side of the aircraft looks like. And here's what the right front side looks like right here. Here is what the front of the aircraft looks like. Again, it looks really nice. One thing I really appreciate about this aircraft, not only tilt it up so you guys can see it a little bit better, is how nice and level the wings are. They look fantastic on this aircraft, and they did a very good job casting that. So good job, NG. Here's the right side of the aircraft right there. There's a little bit of sun peeks out on the tail right there. And you also can see that American 737 in the back. And here is the left side of the aircraft as we speak, or that was the front left. So here is the left side of the aircraft right here. Again, fantastic detail. Here's the back left of the aircraft right here. Pretty simple stuff. Here's the tail shot right here. And as you guys can see, you can definitely get a nice look at what that looks like back there with how level the aircraft is. Sorry that won't focus. There's too much crap going on back there, and I'll try to prevent that from happening next time. And here is the back right of the aircraft. And just like that, we are back to where we started with the right. Since I have the iPhone, I can just lift you guys up and give you guys a nice overhead perspective of what the top of the airplane looks like. Honestly, it looks really good. They did a fantastic job on that. And just like that, here is the bottom of the aircraft. So as you guys can see, let me flip it over so you guys can kind of see it a little bit better. We have some additional details, including, let me see if I can get this zoomed in with one hand without dropping it. Sorry guys. It is a little bit less unprofessional, but you guys can get some really good details out of this, including the 757 right there. You get the nose landing gear door right there. You got some nice, I don't know what the dots are called, so I'll take the blame on that, along with the antenna. You got the Delta underbelly, missing the E because of the stand hole, which is a nice feature on this aircraft. I really like it. The bottom of the wing is something that you don't really take too much of a look at, but it did turn out really nice on this aircraft on both sides, along with the bottom of the wings. Here's the main landing gear as well. They look quite nice, I would say. I like the detail on them, along with that antenna. And then here's the back with the horizontal stabilizers. The landing gear do roll. They're a little bit stuck, but it is okay as they do roll pretty well. So ultimately pretty good, and the aerials, features, all those fun items turned out quite well. I'm sorry, I don't like dropping my aircraft down like that, but unfortunately that's kind of how this one happened. So what do I think about this aircraft? I think this is one of the best models that NG Models has ever produced. This is such a nice aircraft, and here's a good look at what this aircraft looks like without sunlight on it. It is truly a remarkable aircraft, and NG Models from all aspects did a fantastic job casting this one. It is such a nice plane and a really good addition to any collection. So if you're looking to buy this and it hasn't sold out yet, definitely go buy it, because again, this is a fantastic looking aircraft. And I apologize that the reflection there is kind of, or shade, was kind of messing this up. Again, Delta Airlines has several of these. Sorry about that. I did not realize that the that my finger would get in front of that there, but Delta has several of these. I think they have like 100 or so, could be wrong on that. But nevertheless, they operate a variety of these. They operate ones like this with the L3 door back here. They operate some with some overwing exits or Generation 2 aircraft. This is a Generation 1, that's what I was really looking for there. And then also you're gonna find some without winglets that are Generation 2 as well. Those are predominantly charter aircraft, but Delta still utilizes those on mainline flights too, which is very cool. So Delta also utilizes these really in a wide variety network. They utilize these on transatlantic flights, they utilize these on transcontinental flights, and they also utilize these on domestic hub-to-hub flights, such as like New York to Atlanta or Minneapolis to Los Angeles and different routes like that. Delta Airlines has a very extensive fleet of Boeing 757s, of course. They have some 757-300s and all these 757-200s. Fantastic model once again. B767 actually requested this Telnumber Aviation, that is, and he got it done, which is really cool. He flew this one in the 42nd sticker, which is 702 Tango Whiskey, and NG did both those, which is really cool, and he did a better review than I did of this aircraft. So if you're looking for a even more detailed review, especially on the particular details of this aircraft, definitely go check out his channel because he does a much better job than I do on that. I'm just here to give the general assessment, and I can say that this one is one of the best I've ever seen. This is a fantastic plane, and again, if you have not got this aircraft yet, I highly recommend it. And feel free to let me know what you guys thought about the handheld style. Honestly, I kind of dig it. I did not think that it would turn out as well. Let's see what it looks like kind of without some sunlight. Definitely, I think it looks better with sunlight, but these iPhones have came such a long way, and just take a look at all that detail. And I know the stabilization isn't as good as the tripod and all, but I mean, still, that's pretty cool. And you guys can get some really good views out of these iPhones, and they turned out quite well. So again, really nice to get all these various views of the aircraft. I'll give you guys some more here as I round out today's video. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. This is a really nice model right here. I'd highly recommend picking it up if you are interested in it. Once again, Delta has a rich history of these. These actually ended up coming over from American as the TWA merger happened, so that's why American got them. And then American, due to the engine option, American operates the Rolls-Royce engine aircraft 757s back in the day. They actually did operate these Pratt & Whitney ones and painted several of them into the livery, the chrome livery that is, but after quite some time, the maintenance of those got to be let's say inconvenient for American. They chose to part ways, and Delta kindly took them, as Delta has plenty of Delta Lima aircraft. Those are their legacy birds. So Delta, this was a pretty simple integration for them. Obviously, you have the overlapping crew bases and all, and I think their original ones, I think a good portion of them had Pratt & Whitney engines. So really nice to get to see that right here, and that's pretty cool. And since I have one over here, I wasn't going to do this, but this is a nice part about having the background kind of cluttered. Here's what a 757-300 looks like compared to it. This is a former Northwest aircraft, and they look really good. So this one also with Pratt & Whitney engines, and I think Delta did not have these yet. So, but very cool with the 757-200. Again, if you haven't got this model, please get it because it's a really nice one. And even if you're not going to be able to utilize it for a model airport or something like that, this is still a fantastic addition to any collection and really looks stunning. This mold is truly one of a kind, and I'm very, very glad that NG Models finally chose to do this after quite some time. This is a fantastic model. Again, Delta with a rich history of these, and they did a really good job on casting this aircraft. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Again, please give me some feedback on what you guys thought about this style. I don't know if I'll rock with it forever, but you know what, just changing it up a little bit, and this iPhone camera is quite nice, so I thought I would utilize it, and I would say that it turned out quite well. So feel free to let me know what you guys think about it. Again, super glad to have this aircraft, and I'll be super excited for what's to come into the future, and I hope you guys are as well. So with all that being said, excuse me, that will do for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Red Derv Aviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love and love what you do. My name is Red Derv Aviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Red Derv Aviation is signing off.